All right, guys, this is bulk day 21. I woke up at 189 pounds. And so I made up my mind if I was going to raise my calories or not. And the decision I came to is I will not be raising them yet. But the good news is it's only about 3 more days. So we're just going to wait it out. Now, in these 3 days, I would like to see my weight at 188 or 189. And that would be a nice, steady, slow. If I weigh 190 pounds for 2 days in a row, that it would be the only way I won't raise my calories. But I doubt that because, like I said, I think this right below a surplus. So I think this is my maintenance calories. So I'm excited to raise my calories, and I will be raising them to, I think, 3,500. That's what I'm going to be putting them at. And that will be in 3 days, 3 or 4 days. I still haven't checked the calendar exactly, but I just know it's within that time range. And yeah, I'm very, very excited. Now, we'll get into my leg day yesterday. So yesterday, I started with leg extensions just to warm up my knees, like I always say, because I do like to do leg extensions a little bit, maybe 1 intense set or 2 intense sets before I start pressing to kind of get my legs used to it. I used to just go right into pressing right away. I just thought, like, let's get the hardest workout out of the way. Let's get it over with. But that's not the way to go about it for me, because that would always hurt my knees. And I just, and as I would be doing the squatting motion or the pressing motion, I would always feel my knees in pain, and I would just accept it. Kind of think like, I would think nothing of it and just keep working out. But then as I kept working out, as time went on, I would realize, yeah, this is definitely not a normal feeling to have when squatting or pressing. Pain in your knees, pain in my knees. So if you do experience pain while squatting or pressing, I highly recommend doing leg extensions before your squats or heavy pressing. It will definitely help. Now, don't think that you're gonna waste energy and you're gonna take away some energy from your squatting motions. You won't be able to go as hard. That's what I used to think, but it's not true. I always still have intense leg days, even while doing leg extensions first. So that's what I did yesterday. I did leg extension, 2 sets, to about failure. I want to say to failure. It's kind of hard to pin failure for leg extensions because that burn is so, that burn is like so painful that you just have to stop eventually. Because realistically, I would be able to go forever. I would still be able to move it a little bit, partials, but I just stop when the burn is great enough. Yeah, and then once those were complete, I went on to do my leg presses. Now, with these leg presses, I slowly warmed up to it. My knees already felt good, pretty warmed up. So I did a few for 1 plate, a few for another plate, a few for 3 plates, and then I started my first set. Now, this was a pretty decent weight. I haven't been used to doing 4 plates because I've been working out at that little itty bitty Oompa Loompa gym, we'll call it. And I wasn't able to go that heavy. So 4 plates, I felt good, I felt comfortable. I could have went heavier. I could have done another plate or maybe another 2 plates to go really intense heavy, but this felt fine. I think for the first set, I got 12. And also notice where my feet are. I know I always say it every leg day video, but that's how I really target my quads. Feet really close together, low to the plate, on the bottom of the plate. Make sure my knees come above my toes. And I think for the first set, I want to say I got 12 maybe. And then I didn't do a drop set for that one. But then the second one, I'm pretty sure I got about 9 reps. After the second set, I went on and I did a pretty cool drop set that I just thought about on that spot. I went from 4 plates, did as many as I could. This was to true failure. I went to, I think I got 6 reps, got up real quick, took a plate off, did 3 plates, and then I did the same thing, got up, took off another plate and did 2 plates. Tried to really push it for this set, go to maximum intensity. And then for my last set at this leg press, I did 3 plates. Now, I was only able to get like 8 or 9, but my quads were really cooking at this point. So that brings me in about 6 sets already for quads. Then once that was done, I went on to another leg press, which I've seen people do these. I've seen certain bodybuilders do this kind of leg press in videos. And I really like this one because I don't have to worry about loading plates up. I don't have to get up. I could just sit down and work the weight with, the little pin. So same thing, feet really low, made sure my knees came above my toes, and I did one warm-up set, I think, just to get a little bit used to it. And then I went pretty heavy and did my first set. I stayed here, I want to say, for 3 sets. I did all to maximum intensity, to failure. Now for some of these clips, I'm going to try to leave in the volume for some of these workout clips, but if there is music, I can't. So some of them might be muted, some might not be. Now to finish off, I just did leg extensions, and I just took these to the maximum burn, the most burn I could get. I wanted to even burn them out so bad, I just kept lowering the pin to do more drop sets. And yeah, I stayed here for about 4 sets, that's what I think, 4 sets. And once my quads were done, I went on to show you my quad pump. Now, I did do quads first this leg day, but I think I'm going to start doing hamstrings, I think I'm always going to do hamstrings first for now on, like I did last leg day, because it just makes more sense to me. It just do hamstrings first, and then do quads after, and then show my leg pump. And that's kind of like my whole leg pump. My hamstrings might still be a little bit pumped, but since I did quads first, I want to show my quad pump. Now, again, in this gym, I was trying to find the perfect spot to go. It's a little bit tricky in here. I'm still trying to figure it out. And yeah, so I think it was looking pretty good. I'm trying to get different poses down for the legs. It is pretty hard to flex your legs. Not a lot of people know how to do it, I would say. But the thing about the quad is that really, if my quads are pumped, all I have to do is kind of stand a certain way and they just kind of flex and they look pumped. Then after that, I went on to my lying hamstring curls. Now I just stayed at the same machine for about 5 or 6 sets. Just burned out my hamstrings here. I did warm up into the weight slowly, but I actually really like this machine. I don't know why. There was just something about it. Maybe like I was on a sharp curve. Like my stomach was here and my legs were bent over like this, and then I was just curling up like that. You guys will see in the clips, but I think that sharp curve is what I did like about it. I was scurrying around the gym because it was a little bit late again and I had to work early the next day trying to find ab machines. Eventually, I did ask a few people and I found them. Now this machine, it was all right. There was another one I wanted to try, but it was taken. I would say this one in the clip that I'm showing, I would use this machine again. I just have to figure out the adjustments if I can like lower the feet placement. I just want to see if I can change it up a little bit because I was a little bit too tall for it. I would say I was too long. But besides that fact, I got a really good ab pump and I stayed there for 5 sets. And once that was done, I got home and I got to go eat. I made my go-to ground beef with sweet green peas. I have been eating it a lot on this bulk. So far in this bulk, as I predicted, so let me take a few steps back. So when I went to Italia, I was 184 pounds. And then when I returned that day, I was 190 pounds. So I put on 6 pounds, I'm sure, of mostly fat. And then when I put my calories to 3,000, I started to slowly cut down some of that fat I put on. And I think the lowest I got to was 185. I decided to stay there for 2 weeks. I was kind of losing weight. I think that's when I started to see I was 185 when I was at 3,000 calories, and I was like, all right, so this is probably still a slight cut, and I'm going to raise my calories. So did that for 2 weeks, and now then I went to 3,200, and then the heaviest I got up to so far was 189, and I have 3 days left of this. So if I look at it like that, so far, so good. This is as I predicted. Now, just keep in mind, I want to raise my calories still either way. I still want to raise them because this is the bulk and I'm trying to optimize it as much as possible. So I'm going to raise my calories, like I said, very slightly, but I also want to keep my body nice and tight, slim, abs showing in the pumps, abs showing in general, looking vascular, not looking chubby. And that is so it's kind of, I'm trying to balance it out. And maybe I have to choose a route, either bulk or stay lean, but we're going to see. You know, I think a slight surplus is very possible. I wouldn't see why not. And that's what my goal is essentially. Now, I might go even above a slight surplus, because if I go to 4,000 calories, then at that point, I'm definitely in a pretty good surplus. That's what I would think. I would think that when I go to 3,500, I am definitely going to be in a surplus at 3,500. But we're just going to take it from there. Maybe I'll start seeing consistent weight gain at 3,500, that I will keep it there for a little bit. I could possibly keep it there for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, however long. Like I said, all depends on the weight and all depends on time. So successful leg day. The next workout is going to be chest day, chest and shoulders, and also calves. Hopefully I get to use the sauna this time. I've been saying that in the last 3 videos, but hey, we're gonna see. I will see you guys in the next video.